Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Keep It 100. My name is Mark Beecham,
My name is Houston Hackney.
and today's topic, we both did research on our own. We knew what the title was, but we both did research on our own. And as you've seen, as we had put the information out there, today's topic is based on history of R&B. The term R&B stemmed from the title Rhythm and Blues, which originated in the 1940s when it was replaced, listen to this, when it was replaced from its original title, race music, which was a general marketing scheme to sell African American music. Did you hear about that, Pops?
Well, actually, that was new to me. That's something I haven't heard of or whatever like that. But like I said, when we did the research and everything,
Yeah.
I seen that also or whatever. Like I said, it surprised me.
It's suppressed. And you know what, man? Doing research on some of the topics that we do, man, we're able to correspond so we can relate a decent message to you. Now, listen to this. Did you know who was the first R&B singer and song? Now, Pops, we both did our history on that. Now, you say that you knew that you knew the song Louis Jordan, Is You or Is You Not My Baby. What was the catchy tune to it?
Is you is or is you ain't my baby or
Yeah.
whatever. Like I said, I know other
Okay.
songs like that and everything
Yeah.
like that. So basically, I guess his concept is that, he just want to know if the CD is really his or whatever, It's like, hey, he don't know what time it is. He's just trying to figure out what it is.
And see, my fault, John. Hey, listen, I have a good time. This is where the research, and I like the way we correspond on it. Like you said, is he not my baby? I want to know if you my woman or not. Now, when do you think R&B became popular? I mean, me and Pops did the research. Hey, what did you find out about when it became popular, Pops?
Well, actually, according to research, I guess basically around World War II
Yep.
or whatever like that.
Yep. That's what I
Basically
get.
when it came in.
And it's crazy. R&B is a music of the African American lifestyle. I guess after going through all that traumatic wartime and everybody wanted to be loving, it picked up. Where and when did R&B start? It says here the 1940s is where it picked up a nice start in the urban communities such as New York, Chicago, Detroit, Philly, and Los Angeles. Pops, when you was traveling to go to other cities, to go to the clubs, did you feel a sense of that other cities really had a grasp of R&B better and faster than Pittsburgh? Or was all the music? Because they say some cities get their music before we do.
Well, basically, like a lot of places I went over, the music was basically the same that they played. That's like whatever was in at that time. It was popular everywhere, or whatever. In different places.
So did it like now? I don't know, but were you a big guy that stayed on the floor? Now I'm about to find this question. I just threw this out there. This ain't even on the research. I just wanted to ask, like, when you went in and you heard the music playing, what was one of the R&B songs that made you want to get out on the dance floor?
Well, actually, Mark, to be honest with you, ain't that old, bro.
No.
What I'm trying to say,
Yeah.
like a lot of things that they was playing was like, it wasn't really R&B, rhythm and blues music. It was like, like regular,
Like soul music.
Yeah, soul stuff. Yeah.
So the soul music.
You hear like Keith Sweat.
Yeah.
You hearing even
Herbie
oh
Hancock.
man, not no Herbie Hancock or nobody like that. You talking about a little bit more modern things. I mean, it's like basically just trying to think. Of
was Ron Isley big? Isaac
Isley
Hayes.
was cool. That Isaac Hayes, like I said, that was when I was out there, whatever, like that. It wasn't a little bit of that, but it was going a little bit further than that.
Okay. Okay. See
a little
now,
bit more modern.
a little more modern. And see, I threw that out there because, like, the time he's seen, I didn't see it. I caught the end of it, like the rap music was coming into play. We like, and R&B wasn't really, well, R&B was kind of coming in, like Soul Food, Pay LaBelle and all them were kind of,
James Brown and all that.
all them dudes was coming in. So I kind of tasted that. Who started R&B music? It says Cab Calloway. Now listen to this: the Harlem Hamfats, Count Basie, and Louis Armstrong. Are you familiar with any of these? I heard of Count Basie. I never heard of Louis Armstrong, or I never heard of the Harlem Hamfats, but I know Count Basie and Cab Calloway just from the commercials.
Yeah, I heard all of them too, whatever like that. Yeah. Never, like.
Never really indulged in it.
I mean, that was a little bit before me. Or whatever, I mean, all them
hey,
cats,
pause.
Man.
No, pause.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like,
right.
Being that when they used to have that commercial, no, my brother, you got to get your own. Remember the soul music and stuff like that. Now, like Black History Month or something like that, they would show like Cab. I know Cab Calloway, Count Basie.
Right.
You know, what's the name? The one that
big band era stuff.
Yeah. So they would play that. So I'm not familiar with these things myself, to a certain degree. Like, and it says that, like I said, we talked about it. R&B was called race music. We have our own sense of music, man. That drum and that snare is a bit. You was telling me earlier about the sax, and the stuff that you was telling me. You was telling me about it earlier, and it reminded me of Herbie Hancock, and stuff like that there, and being in music school. So I'll ask you this, Pop. Have you heard that R&B sprouted from jazz in the early 1920s and 30s?
Yeah. Actually, yeah. They was basically saying that it was like rhythm and blues, and then the jazz and gospel and all that came after, or whatever.
Okay.
Like it all kind of,
came together
to make that.
Now, let me ask you this: when in our music, I'm just saying as a culture, there's music everywhere, but every music has a snare drum that boom, that right there, and basically you can hear that bass drum and that snare in a lot of R&B music today. Like you really get, as far as your Keith Sweat, Chocolate Girl, I wanna, we got that fast African rhythm. We have that, even though we're not deep rooted into the African history, being that we were born into the United States. Like as far as like being raised under that African culture, out as far as that rhythm, we still got it though.
Yeah,
we still got it, even though we still got it. It says here, what is the golden age of now Pops? This is where we gonna blend in that. What is the golden age of R&B? The 1990s, when you used to ride around in the car. What smooth music did you play to? Because I know when I met you, you was jamming.
Yeah. Well, basically, I'm a Keith Sweat fan.
Yes, sir.
But like, oh man, talking about all kind. And again, a lot of stuff. I used to listen to a lot of rap too.
I know.
And stuff,
I know. That's why I said you was jamming.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you, Pops, what you like about Keith Sweat? Because everybody love Keith Sweat, but what make you dig his sense of music?
Keith Sweat was real, man. I mean, I like the message he put out.
Mm-hmm.
Like when he talked to a female and everything like that. It was all. I mean, it was like
being a gentleman type.
Not only that, it was like he was true to the game about things. Like for instance, he would address things like he told the one girl, "You got a house on a hill, 10 cars in your driveway," and all this stuff like that. And he said, "But you never looked at me," or whatever. But he's trying to explain to her that, hey, you got all this going on, but you lonely. You ain't got nobody. See, that's what I'm trying to say. He can be deep, man, with stuff like that.
That's
it's other ones he'll say like, hey, you didn't have nothing until you met me. I put you on with everything.
So the lifestyle that we live as African American is played out in some of our music.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Well, okay, I didn't want to cut you off, but actually, that's what the rhythm and blues was about. When you go into it, that's what it portrayed was the way people's feelings were. and like the hardships that they came up through, and all kind of different stuff like that, and you know, like the troubles they had and everything like that. So instead of just letting it defeat them, they put all this into a music, man, and put it together, and it, you know, made sense to them and everything like that, man. It helped them get through things.
And that's when, ooh, he took the words right out of my mouth. You can be going through something, and you can find an artist that you can relate to.
Exactly.
That actually to help you heal a certain way after you listen to that particular song so many times, because you're like, oh man, they feeling what I was feeling and going through that. You know what I mean? So, man, kudos to you, man. That was a great topic, man. Now, who? Now I ain't never heard of this guy. Who is the first black R&B artist? Now mine says George Washington Johnson. I never heard of him. I don't. But would you say anything?
Actually, you know, one I have like here is like Louis Jordan.
Okay.
Who's a saxophonist or whatever like that, but they call him the father of rhythm and blues. Mm-hmm. And as far as there was another one.
I'm about to say drop that.
Okay, Henry Rollin.
Okay, Henry Rollin.
Okay, now Henry Rollin, he was the one that actually started this music, the rhythm and blues music.
Okay.
Actually, they called him Professor Long here. You know, for what reason I don't know, but a lot of them call him
Professor Long.
Fess, you know, for short, Fess.
Oh,
just
nice
instead of all that, yeah.
I tell you what, Pops dropped the gem on me, man. Not to leave you women out of it, because it seems like we did, but he dropped the gem on me. Hey, Pops, who's the queen of R&B, man? That like he dropped it on me when we were sitting there. I was like, man, I didn't even pay attention to that, and I want to apologize, but hey, the co-host Pop found it, man.
Yeah, actually, she was called Ruth Brown, and they called her the queen of rhythm and blues.
And see, I didn't. I apologize, but then again, I don't apologize, because if I ain't got it, Pops got it. Pops ain't got it, I got it. We work as a team over here, man.
About, you know?
That's what research is about. And like I said, when he dropped it on me, I was like, ooh, I said, Pops, I didn't even know that. Now, a lot of us grew up with a whole lot of R&B groups that we would say is one of the best. But, you know, research says a little different. Now, I love the Whisperers. I really don't see the Whisperers get a lot of awards. Al Green, my man, do you call him Al Grits? Somebody call him Al Grits.
Someone call him Grits Green, you know? That's because he had them grits thrown on him, you know?
So, Al Green, James Brown, Michael Jackson.
Yeah, Luther. Big Luther, not little Luther.
Yeah.
When he lost that weight,
he lost it. He lost it. Teddy Pendergraft, Troy Davis, Supremes, Temptations. Oh man,
there's so many of them.
It's so many. Four Tops. The Fabulous Jewmatics. Is that what they call the Fabulous Jewmatics? I know Snoop.
Dramatics. Yeah.
Dramatics. Yeah. Man, it's so many. But the research says Earth, Wind, and Fire, the Isley Brothers, Sly and the Family Stones, and a lot of us grew up on that Parliament Funkadelic.
And another one's in there, Boys the Men. That's the one everybody knows about.
Everybody know about Boys. And y'all wouldn't think that Boys the Men was in the top. But listen, Boys the Men got a lot of crossover music that a lot of people wouldn't expect. They play them in the mall. They play them on the elevators. They play them in the Kmart if they still got Kmart. But Boys, that's a good research, because I was going to put it in there, but I was like, nah, they couldn't be. Because I thought it was New Edition, but you're right.
Yeah.
Boys the Men.
Yeah.
You're right.
They got all kind of, things for that and everything.
Man. Hey, man, guess what? We made it short and sweet, man. And you see what we doing, man. Each topic is different. but it's genuine. It come from the heart, man. But before we go, Pops, can we see your outfit, Pops? We're going to get him from the head. We got to get him. Let me back up. I want to... This, ladies and gentlemen, is classic grown man dressing. Head to toe, Pop shoes match your shirt, lined up, pants match. Let me back up to where you can see Pop shoes. And then we'll gradually come up. Now, this is what I've grew up to understand. This is grown man dressing. This is what I've come to understand. This is grown man dressing. And this right here, this style, this particular person here, put me on some of the groovy colors I rock. You can't be afraid to rock it. I guess he said it's not the color, it's how the color lay on you. Again, this is grown man. Step back for a minute, Papa. I want y'all to check the swag for a minute, man. Because this is we keep it 100 over here, man. And we really, okay, there we go. Now you can get a twist of that. You know what I mean? Here, we got the old outfit. We come up here, man. And when I came through the door, I said, man. Hey, to my partner, Darnell, that loves Pop sweaters, that's for you. Now, I said, Pops, my man text you, said, man, that sweater mean. And this is what we do when we say grown men do grown things. Again, come on, Pops. I would like to say thank you for everybody tuning in, man. And as we say, I know you say love, peace, and hair grease, but thank you for tuning in, man. And we appreciate everybody's feedback. When I read something, I tell Pops, and I say, man, this is what we do. So to y'all, I call him Pops, much love. I call him Hughes Pops. You're going to hear all that types of names, man. But thank everybody for tuning in, man, on another episode of Keep It 100. Oh, yeah. Now, we're about to start filming Hidden Lies, the TV series. So you're going to see Pops do acting. You're going to see me do some acting. And we're going to have other people acting, man. We just going to have some fun with it, man. You know what I mean? And to those that we didn't get to yet, man, be patient. We're going to get to you, man. My name is Mark Beecham.
My name is Houston Hackney.
And thank you for tuning in to another episode of Keep It 100. Y'all be easy. Enjoy y'all Sunday.